Oh, hello.
Look who it is.
Mr. Jason Love. How you doing, man?
What's good?
We're just doing a little podcast here and figured that we would, have a little conversation with you to see exactly how all this was for you as well.
Oh, my gosh.
Cool. That's why I chimed in. Catch y'all. See what's up.
Definitely. So what's the vibe like between you guys? Anything I should know about?
I don't think there's a really vibe. I think it's like a business thing, but I feel just very uncomfortable with this right now. I feel awkward.
A little uncomfortable.
Can you tell him how nervous I was?
Bro, like so nervous. Oh my God. I feel so wrong right now. Like
She was nervous? I couldn't tell because I have never seen this woman so alive, so energetic, filled with charisma and so happy after the day she got her back blown out. She wasn't nervous. She enjoyed every single inch, every single second, and every single stroke.
About it. You all want to hear it. I got the one and only Lena the Plug, my wife, on the podcast to talk about recent events.
I'm laughing because I'm thinking about how I'd probably never come on the podcast again, but if I f***ed another guy, so now I'm allowed to come on the podcast.
You thought you were never going to come on the podcast again?
I mean, it's just no one wants the Lena the Plug interview, but then I f***ed someone else, and now it's oh, she needs an interview.
Okay, you did an adult scene with someone else.
I mean, but it's
But that was my is in your mouth and he's in your vagina.
Yeah, I'm not saying you DP'd me, but
Right, but I'm just saying it's not like I was sitting in the corner because there's a whole narrative.
Okay, I don't think you're a cuck. Are you going to go with this?
Well, it does seem kind of stupid to deny.
Okay, so there's the cuck thing is different because cucks are supposed to be weak and
They're
they want to be
Yes.
made to feel lesser, and I don't think that that's you. I think
Right? Wrong.
Okay, so Jason, give me a genuine review. How was it?
you want a number scale or just
Numbers sounds like it could be hurtful, but if it's a high number, sure.
Gives me like a 4.
100% 9 out of 10.
Really? 9 out of 10. Who's a 10?
Well, obviously her.
Oh.
Well, it was a 9 out of 10. I never grasped an entire 10 before. It's you got to leave room for something that could possibly top the next one.
Okay, yeah.
I'll take a 9 then.
That's fair. Okay, yeah. So a lot of people want to know, I don't know, just if I should feel diminished as a man as a result of this. The cuck narrative is very, very strong. I just want to get your thoughts on that, and if how people should think about that in the context of me being, the silent third party in all this.
Well, I don't know. If you look at it in a business aspect, then basically it was just a job, She's high up in her ranks. I'm high up in my ranks. Us two together obviously would make the most amounts of money. So it's not so much being a cook. If you're comfortable with it, y'all communicated it prior. Obviously, she said y'all did. So it's not really a cook situation. It's more of two people coming and making an understanding.
Yeah.
So if you're cool with it, then, it is what it is. Me personally, I don't know if I have enough in me to allow it, but everyone's different. Everyone have different levels of, mental maturity.
When Jason said he personally does not know if he has the mental maturity to let this happen to him and his wife, that right there was a huge smack in the face for Adam, because a real man would never let this situation happen in the first place. Congratulations, Adam. You played yourself.
We had been talking about it before the wedding, and sort of the idea was in the air, even though we hadn't made a hard decision on.
It was weird because that's the message I sent to Jason was hey, I'm going to get married and on my honeymoon, but when I come back, we should shoot.
Right.
And he was like, okay.
And a lot of people seem to think that it being him or it being a black dude was the thing, but what people don't know is that when we were talking about it, there was a couple of different people that we were considering, and it's not like they were all black dudes.
No, there's only a few guys in the industry who are big on social media, very well known by just right when you look at them, that guy, and I wanted my first scene to be a big scene.
And it's worth mentioning that we did a TikTok in Vegas back in January where and this might have been the first time we ever even joked about it on camera, but I said to him doing a little TikTok, I said, who's the hottest girl here, and then he like put his arm around you and walked away with you, and that I believe has like 9 million views on TikTok. And that if we were trying to like minimize the amount of people who were suggesting that you do a scene with another guy, that was probably not the best idea, because that made everybody want to talk about it, right?
Yeah. He was like the obvious choice. I was like, oh, I have to go with him. This is what the audience wants. There's 9 million views on this video.
Definitely. So, okay, going into it, how did you feel?
Okay. So I didn't really know the shoot was going to happen until the day before the shoot.
That is a good
It all
point.
happened so fast because in my head, I was like, oh, this is going to be my debut scene. I'm going to need like 2 months out. I'm going to go hard in the gym.
I don't know about debut scene. I mean, I am a human being, right?
No, but like, sorry. But like everyone's talking about it like it's my first scene, and obviously it's not my first scene. I've been doing this for 7 years with you,
Right.
but like my debut scene with another man.
Another man. There
Okay.
we go. A different man.
A different man.
A different but equal but
Yes.
man, right? Everybody in the room is laughing just in case anybody wants to
feel
know
like I'm
where
fully
the
red on the face
snickering
right
is
now.
coming from.
But anyways, in my head, every girl does this, right? You have a photo shoot. You're like, I'm preparing for my photo shoot. I'm gonna look good. This, that. I had all this shit in my head of like what I was gonna do to prepare.
But for me, I'm getting excited. It's Saturday, and I'm about to play poker tournaments on Sunday, so I'm excited for that. And then Saturday morning, we're going to get breakfast, and you're like, "Hey, Jason is in town. I might shoot that scene tomorrow." And I'm like, "Huh, okay."
Yeah,
Like,
it was awkward. My sister was there. She's like, I don't want to be here for this conversation.
okay, and so yeah, I don't know. You continue.
I mean, and then I just walked away. I was like, I think I'm gonna shoot with Jason tomorrow. And you were like, okay. And I walked away. I went to wash the dishes or something. And then I come back and you're just like, no facial, no kissing. And I was like, okay, that was like the extent of the conversation.
Right.
And then I left the next day to do it, and you barely said bye to me because you were playing poker.
I said bye. I mean, I'm playing 8 tables at the same
Yeah.
time. I mean, it's kind of hard, but
And then
I'm so glad that I was doing something that is like
yeah.
requiring of the most cognitive load possible. So it made it kind of hard to think about it while it was happening. And then by the time you got back home, I'm like basically like finishing up poker then. So I didn't really have a ton of room to think about it
Yeah.
while it was occurring, which was nice.
it was the best place for you to be, for sure.
Because that is kind of my happy place that I don't get to
Yeah.
do very often. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Is it just me? Or do you guys see like a huge imbalances of energy between these two? Adam, on one hand, he looks absolutely dead, soulless, and regrets it. And Lena, on the other hand, she's the happiest she's ever been. And it's absolutely weird.
I was so nervous, like beyond nervous. And I'm even nervous that it's going to come out because I'm like, I wonder if it showed in the scene. But I was there for a couple hours getting hair and makeup or whatever, and then I had to go and get Jason and bring him in, and we had to take photos. And we just started taking pictures, and I was like, stop, like leave. I have to take pictures of myself. I cannot take pictures with you right now. There was like so much guilt, even though I knew that you had said yes, you'd given me your blessing. The cameraman's like, it's not cheating. He's just like trying to remind me. He's like being my like, you know, I had no girls with me to like just cheer me on or anything. He was being my little.
well, you said
spokes
something
buddy.
about how your makeup artist or your hair person was like your therapist.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They were being my therapist.
So you're like talking it through it with him, like, oh, I feel terrible. I'm about to fucking cheat on Adam.
Yeah, I was super, super nervous.
Right.
I don't know. I just felt really uncomfortable. I mean, I told you that like when we were in France last month, we went to the club and these guys were trying to dance with me, and I literally left the dance floor and I sat on the couch by myself because I felt so uncomfortable.
Right.
I didn't know what to do, and it felt like it was cheating. Like even if I just bumped into a guy dancing, and here I am, I have to have sex with somebody, and it's gonna be filmed and put online.
Right.
So
The simple fact that she said she was nervous, even though Adam had approved of it, just goes to show you how immoral it really is. Not from a marriage standpoint, but also from a parent standpoint.
And I'm just like, you're throwing this shit in my face, even though you're a part of it. I low-key feel like you're less mad because it's viral, and you're like into being viral.
I will say that having seen how viral it went, it now seems kind of insane that I ever would have like potentially stood in the way of you doing this, just because this is obviously such an amazing thing for your career as well as mine. Like, we're not going to state dollar amounts, but even just like the money that I've made off of talking about this on YouTube and Snapchat has been kind of ridiculous. And then like
you're welcome.
Plug Talk has been, that's a very weird framing, but the amount of additional signups that we've gotten on onlyplugtalk.com has been kind of insane.
Yeah.
Just seeing like how crazy this has been. And also like, it's a weird thing where like, at a certain point in my life, you're scared of like people shitting on you, or you want to avoid people shitting on you. And then at a point like right now, it's like, oh, I'm just getting so destroyed by people making fun of me that it's like, you just got to roll with it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I feel like in my first or second year as an online person, shit bothered me a lot more. None of the comments about this have bothered me. People calling me a terrible person, terrible wife, whatever.
Right.
I don't take any of it, like even 1% of it seriously.
Well, there are definitely lines of things that people say that I don't like, though.
Oh.
When they bring your motherhood into it, that's one thing I don't like, because you are an amazing mother.
I mean,
no, you're not. Yeah, no, you're not.
I feel like it doesn't bother me at all because I just like, I know it 100% does not affect how I am as a mother. And like, if you think that my kid is going to grow up and not judge daddy for all the things he did, but is going to judge mommy, like, I'm not going to raise that kind of kid who's going to believe in that double standard.
Watching content like this should make us feel a whole lot better about being average with self-respect, dignity, and honor, instead of drowning in cash with absolutely no boundaries, no self-respect, just complete degeneracy. Adam 22 is the perfect embodiment of selling your soul to Satan for money and sacrificing his wife for clout and fame. And watching Adam rationalizing all his bad decisions for money is completely blasphemous. And gentlemen, remember this: if you ever feel that you are a loser, just remember Adam 22 exists. And gentlemen, that's it for today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Your mind is blocked. You're an Obama fan.
No,
you are a Trump hater.
No.
And you're a beta male. Oh!